I've just been watching Lily only for a little while, wanting to come out. She was all curled up there fast asleep, and then all of a sudden I turn around and here she's looking at me, and I knew then that, okay, this means that you're coming on down and wanting to come out. So that's okay. Jesse is out. He's just up there exploring. He has realised that there is no more enclosure and so forth up there, and has decided, oh well, I won't go there anymore, will I? That was, I think, a little bit disappointing for him, because they remember, they do remember things, and whenever Jesse was out, that was exactly where he would go. After he'd have a little bit of an explore around, he would decide going there, and curling up was, a great little hidey hole, I guess, in a way, for Jesse. Of course, it was really difficult for me to get him out. When it was time to get him out, I thought I have to give him the finger and keep sort of giving him a bit of a press and saying, come on, dude, it's time to come out. And if he'd wedged himself in there tight enough, which he could, he only has to expand himself, I'd never get him out. But he kind of knew it was, move, and he would come out and make his way up, and then I was able to get him down and put him home. But let's get my girl rocking and rolling, because she's gone still, because she knows that door is going to open. Click of the key, pulling the key off, she understands that door's opening up. So let's talk a little bit about, is your snake stressed? And how do you know if your snake is stressed? By their behaviour. What are the indicators? What do you look for? And how do you know if your snake is stressed? And do snakes all react in exactly the same way when they're stressed? I don't believe. I think there are some things that are the same and other things that may not be the same. So what would be my indicator? I guess for me now, it's not about stress that I totally look for anymore, having had my snakes for as long as I have in my home. And it's, for me, it's more about just watching their behaviour and looking at it as what is wrong with you, not stress. Are you unwell? More than anything. If they should stop eating, not like Lily, not wanting to come out. For me, a lot of the time, if Lily isn't coming out, it's not about her being stressed at all. I can pinpoint that to being she's coming into shed. And Lily doesn't like to come out. But sticking to the stress, I think your biggest indicators for that with your snake is if they're not eating. And let's put it in terms of a new snake arriving. Okay, you get your new snake, and we do know that some of them take a little while to settle in to their new home and get adjusted to it. Other snakes arrive and they'll eat that day. Food is of no issue to them. But stress can lead, and why it's important to pick up on it, is it can lead to them becoming sick. Their immune system lowers, and they can become ill, and more than likely with a respiratory infection. That is a pretty common thing to occur with a stressed snake. If your snake is not moving around their enclosure and is just staying at one end all of the time, then that's pretty much telling you that something is just not right, and you may need to change a few things in their enclosure. You know, I'm using the word stress, but really it is, for me, about something that they're just not quite happy with. Even snakes that aren't eating, it's about tweaking the environment for them, giving them, changing something that they're just not really happy with. You know, of course, a stressed snake can also be a snake that is a little bit more defensive in their... Lily just really wants to go up, so I'm sort of trying to get her out a little bit more. So I've got a bit more of her to lift her up. But more often than not, it's environmental. Try changing. Sorry, sweetie, I wasn't trying to make you think that you're not allowed to come out at all. You're allowed to come out. I was just wanting you to get a little bit more out. She'll realise that Jessie is pretty much right there, but she'll just head on up over to her spot. Yeah, it could be their heat. It's too hot. It's not hot enough. These are things that you just look at, and you can, you know, if you know, oh my goodness, Lil, yeah, stay on up, Dom. Okay, stay on up. Thank you. If you know the heat is probably at the known highest temp that they like, lower it by 1 degree, rather than going up 1 degree. If they're avoiding that hot side, most certainly lower the temperatures for them. Give them more hiding places, whether that be with plants and things that they can hide under or behind or in. That's something that some snakes need more than others. They will get past that, where you will see, once they've gotten used to their environment, they'll start to come out and lay out on their logs and bask. Can I say to you, because they're hiding all the time, that they're stressed? You see, no, because some snakes do like to hide, and it's got nothing to do with the fact I'm really stressed. You know, when Lily is prancing at her door and going back and forwards and so forth, people would say, you know, that is a stress behaviour. No, it isn't. It is actually her telling me, I want to come on out. You know, they say a snake that curls up is a normal position and a good position and a happy snake position for them to lay in. Well, my goodness. No. Lily lays stretched out from one end to the other. Jack also doesn't sleep all coiled up. He may when he's up under his heat, but when he's just chilling out and whatever, he'll lay in any position that he likes. I have been told so many different things. Sure, not eating can be a very good indicator that your snake is stressed. That, like I said, could be just environmental. Leave them alone. If you've been handling them a lot, leave them alone. Give them a break. Let them settle. There are certainly things that you can do to lessen the stress. But once you, and this is why I'll go back to developing that trust and that bond with your snakes, and the importance of it is the fact that you've been sneaky, Lil, and you've gone into that speaker and you know you're not allowed, don't you? You just know you're not allowed. Hey, even though I covered it with the plant, you still know that it's actually there, don't you? Memory bank. Yeah, that bond, that trust, and that relationship will lessen every stress factor that your snake could have in its life. Because once they're comfortable with you too, and where they live, and the things that are around them, they've got nothing to be stressed about. But I do say, for your little ones, don't overhandle them. You know, it's hard, I know, to understand me saying you really need to build up that bond and that relationship, and how do you do that if you've not got them out and you're not handling them? You know, every third day, get them out for a little while and handle them. But I would really like you to get a couple of meals even into them before you get into the pattern of disturbing them every day. You know, it's for me going back into my memory banks and remembering that start of everything. And I know it wasn't that long, you know, it's 2 years, well, a year or more since I've had a young one, and I will be having some young ones, and I'll take you through the journey with me of them settling in and them developing that trust and bond, and how I go about it with them. And you know, I've known people that have had their snakes for quite some time and have been extremely concerned because their behaviour is still showing stress and defensiveness and so forth. And I've given them some tips on, you know, going back to the very beginning and almost like starting fresh and developing a routine and a consistency with them and sticking to it. And now there is success. Now they see so much difference in their snake. We all have our way of doing it. You can tweak what I do and how I do it. I am not saying that my way is dead on and it has to be done spot on to the way that I do it. That is not what I'm saying at all. You do it that it suits your life and how you live your life with them. But showing them a lot of love and a lot of care from the very beginning will certainly help prevent you. No, I know what you're doing and I know where you're going, and it's not happening. This is what I mean about my Lily being Lily and trying to get away with things when she thinks that, look at this, she was sneaking through this hole and then going down the back, and you know why? It's dark, it looks cozy, it looks really, really good. But anyway, guys, not every sign of a snake hiding or not eating is related to, oh, my snake is really stressed. If I ran on that, my snakes at times would have been stressed all the time. Tweak things, try different things. That's all you got to do. And Lily seems to be in really one of those naughty moods today. So I've got to be on the ball, keep my eye on her. Where do you think you're going? Hey, you're going to try and get to the back and around any which way that you can. Oh my goodness, guys. Honestly, she can be a right little terror some days, can't you, Lil? And knocking everything and moving everything, and you don't really care. So guys, I'll try and get her to go up, if I can get the camera moving up here with her. Oh my goodness. Sunday, chill day, and that's what Jack is doing. He's just chilling. Not Lily, just kind of is. He's comfortable. So guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend, though by the time you maybe watch this it won't be a weekend. But take care of yourself, your family, your friends, your snakes. See, I can tell already this isn't about Lily coming out and chilling out and curling up. This is about Lily seeing, now what can I get up to and into today? Not much, Lily, because I'm really on to you today. Okay? So I'm not moving. I'm being good right now. Oh. Okay, guys. Ciao.